I have personally run my own digital marketing agency for over 6.5 years. And in 6.5 years, I have come to find that the agency model, as far as an online business model is concerned, is, in my opinion, both the most beginner-friendly business model for any young entrepreneur trying to get started in the online business world, but it is also the best stepping stone business model when it comes to building the fundamental skill sets and knowledge and gaining the experience that can then be parlayed into building a personal brand or any other online business model out there. Being that the skill sets that it takes to build a successful online marketing agency are all skill sets that are required to build an audience, to learn to generate attention, to learn to drive traffic, what to do with that traffic, how to funnel it, how to create a sales process on an online ecosystem. And so that translates very well into every other realm of business. It's also why the agency model is in such high demand. Most businesses in this world, at some point or another, will need guidance or assistance in branding their business or scaling their business online, in generating more traffic, in generating more customers, clients. The list goes on. And so I just want to take a little moment to really talk about why I believe most people should look to start out with the agency model. And number one, it's obviously, like I said, it's a stepping stone business. You know, you're going to build these skill sets that are going to translate into whatever you decide to do next. Or if you end up falling in love with the agency model, as many people do, you can just utilize those skill sets to continue to compound the growth of your actual agency and just be an agency owner. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I've literally been an agency owner for over 6.5 years. I'm just now looking to start building out my personal brand. I'm very interested in the info product and coaching space, and not like the tacky coaches coaching coaches to coach coaches space, like more so deliberate, growth-oriented coaching. But I digress. The other component of the agency model that, as I said in the beginning of this video, makes it so beginner-friendly and such a beautiful business model is you can start your own agency with $0. And I mean zero. You don't need a fancy camera to be creating content for clients. You could be using your phone. You do not need social media management software like we use to schedule content and track analytics. You can do, in fact, what I did when I first started out. I used to go on my phone and manually log into client accounts, the brand accounts, and post from my phone. Because I didn't have the money at the time to have the software even. But even with all of the software that you're going to need to scale an agency to 5, 10K and beyond, really the software stack is not all that crazy. And you're still going to be sitting at 85 to 90% profit margins. Until you start bringing on some additional, a labor force or whatnot, but you can outsource a lot of this stuff to other people as well for competitive rates. And so it has immensely high profit margins, very low barriers to entry, and also a very systematic way to grow them when you're starting out. Literally come up with a pitch, or come up with some kind of a free value add. Go to all of the local business owners in your region, in your area. Go to every networking event around you. DM local business owners on Instagram. Send them messages on Facebook. And just ask to do something for them for free. Do the free thing. Hand it off to them. For me, it was a free video. I would go in, do a free social media promo video. I do it to this day. To this day, that is my free value add. Go in, do a free video, hand it off to them, walk out the door. No strings attached. They will stop you, or at least in my experience, they stop me 9 out of 10 times before I get to that door. And they want to know what my pricing looks like, what it would look like for me to do it for them on a more consistent basis. Now, mind you, when I show up, even to do a free video, I'm showing up with a $3,000 camera rig, drone in the air if it's applicable, and I have an editing knowledge when it comes to social media videos that's been developed over years of doing this. So my free product that I'm giving them is quite exceptional. However, when you're just starting out, still, it's like, it might not be the best, but you can create a damn good video with these phones nowadays. And with very minimal editing knowledge and even just using like free editing software like CapCut or something, you can piece something together that would impress most local businesses. So just going in there, doing that, and then figuring out your price point by literally like start mid or low with whatever your retainer is. You know, if it's 500, 600, 800, $1,000 a month, whatever it is for X amount of pieces of content, we're posting here, we're posting there. Or if it's you're doing website designs and you're starting at $1,000 a website design and then you scale up. And then literally just, if you're not getting any no's, everyone's saying yes to you, that's your inclination that, oh, I need to like start raising my prices. So that's the model. That's really that's the business model of running an agency. And I think that there's beauty in that simplicity. And is it easy? No. It absolutely is not easy to build a 10K per month agency. At least it wasn't in my experience. It's very hard, but it is not complex. And for most of you, you are stuck in this perpetual cycle of analysis paralysis. You're constantly going back to content online, watching more YouTube videos. How do I get clients? What online business model should I do? Should I do e-com, drop shipping, crypto, day trading, agency, SMMA? They're all out there, right? And they all work. I've literally recorded a video on this previously on this channel. Like, they all work if you're willing to work. And I love the agency model because of the fact that, yes, it's hard to succeed just like anything in life that's worth doing, but it is not complex. You can stay bare bones and simple. Like the breakdown I just gave you to scale to like 5K per month, whatever it is, to replace a full-time income, to make sure you can get your head on straight and then have skill sets that you can either full port into some other business model or whatever you see as your next graduation, whether it's building your personal brand, which would probably be my suggestion, building your personal brand, selling info, teaching people how to do what you've done. Now, only if you've actually done it though, I will say that. But whether you're looking to do that or you end up falling in love with the agency model and you just love the work and you love the idea of building and scaling your agency, and just keep doing that. I mean, I'm still running my agency. You don't see me like some of the other guys out there like closing down my agency so I can now build my personal brand. Fuck that. Like, I wouldn't close my agency down because it's a successful agency. In fact, if anything, I would literally hire someone to run the agency and then I would just step out. I would just step away from it. Act as a silent advisor if I even want to. But I'm still in my agency. I still don't mind doing some of the work. And I think it's a beautiful business model. And I enjoy growing it. But now I'm here and I'm building my personal brand. And a lot of those skill sets, as I said, it's a great stepping stone business model. A lot of the skill sets that I have built in being in the social media management, social media marketing, content space game with my agency, as well as I've done website design with my agency. I guess it's less so as SMMA technically. My agency has been more of a digital marketing agency, offering social media management, content media production, and then website design as well. So I've gotten a lot of website design experience along the way simultaneously, which helps with funnel building, landing pages, all that good stuff. Just understanding how attention is gained, how it's nurtured, and how that traffic can be driven to do things that you want them to do, predicated upon your ability to bring value to the table. Okay? Like if you build the table and you build it properly, people will reserve a spot to sit there if there's enough value at that table for them. And that has all come as a byproduct of choosing the agency business model over 6.5 years ago. While I was still going to college, I was getting a marketing and business administration degree. I ended up finishing up my degree, even though I wanted to drop out after a year and a half of college because I saw how just useless the entire system was, and what I was learning was not challenging to me at all. And I knew what they were doing. Like they're literally just programming you all to go work corporate jobs. And I was like, I felt suffocated by the idea of spending the rest of my life in front of a computer in a cubicle, not on my own terms. So I wrapped it up and ended up finishing for my father. I mean, he honestly just wanted me to do it, and I said, "All right, Dad, I'll finish for you, but I'm never going to do anything with this degree." And I stayed true to my word. I'm 27 years old now, and like I said, I've been running my agency all this time, and have built other businesses as well now. The Underground Kings Club. I'm building this personal brand. Just a lot of cool stuff. I have a podcast. So much cool shit has come as a byproduct of me deciding that route was not for me. And is the entrepreneurial route for everybody? No, I don't think that it is. But I think for those of you who do feel those inclinations, or just feel it in your DNA that you are meant to build businesses or build brands, to be an entrepreneur, to go out and kill what you eat, if you will. For those of you guys, I heavily would suggest the agency space. Like it really would not be that challenging for most of you, in particular if you're kind of at that entry-level job market space. Would not be that awful hard for you to replace whatever income you would make at a job and spend a fifth of the amount of time to maintain that once you've built it. Like the real grueling hours are in the upfront of like getting the originating clients, getting the word of mouth spreading, learning how to deliver the results that you're promising to clients, building the relationships, building your brand as an agency and an agency owner. But once you've done that, man, there's so much more freedom, time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom in building something of your own and really taking that agency route. It is not that hard to replace a full-time income in a lot of like the business, marketing, whatever fields that are out there by going that agency route. And I've learned that from my own experience. But I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and nip this one. But I appreciate you all watching this video. I will catch you all in the next one, and God bless.